If this decision lands on your desk, the wrong shortcut gets expensive fast. This SideraAI source from SideraAI.com is worth unpacking. My first margin note is simple: AI astrology only matters if it changes the next decision. In practice, I see AI through delivery reality. If it does not reduce rework, escalations, or client confusion, it is not leverage yet. The first question is whether the piece makes AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance easier to act on. When the argument moves toward a practical next step, SideraAI has to ground SideraAI astrology and daily horoscope in evidence, ownership, and a real path a reader can use. For this field notes, I want to pull out the useful observations, margin notes, and next questions. The source is trying to turn horoscope guidance into a clearer moment of personal reflection. The useful move is that the piece gives the reader a decision path instead of just listing topic terms. I would anchor the review in AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance, and then test whether the central argument stays practical. Your complete Aquarius horoscope hub. Daily, weekly, and monthly forecasts. Love, career, and cosmic guidance. The sentence I would pull into the margin is this: latest today's Aquarius horoscope/Aquarius/daily/it works because it points back to the reader's actual decision, not just to the topic as a category. That is the kind of line a video can slow down and make memorable. This matters because the buyer is already dealing with a pressure set. Repeatable client work is still too manual. Agency owner is pulled into delivery escalations. Margins suffer from rework and unclear handoffs. That background makes me watch for familiar failure patterns. Accepted a low-margin client project that consumed the team for months. Bought a tool that created more admin work than it removed. The human part of the review is what gets questioned. Delivery margin, client trust, team sustainability, repeatability. The article is strongest when the buyer problems around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance become an operating decision about what to fund, who owns it, what proof is enough, and what happens after launch. The guide is useful when it gives the reader planning anchors instead of hiding behind vague language. Budget, timing, scope, and follow-through all affect whether the content can support a real decision. That is especially important when an idea has to move from interest to actual use. The source creates value when it helps the reader choose between paths. From my seat, I would test it against improves margin, reduces agency owner bottleneck, protects client experience, fits repeatable service delivery. Strong buyer content does not force one answer. It makes the trade-offs visible enough that a team can choose with less internal fog. The piece becomes more persuasive when proof is specific: baseline, workflow, implementation, result, and what changed after launch. The reader does not need a louder claim. They need a concrete example they can compare with their own operating reality. The risk layer is important because content becomes believable when it names where advice breaks. The red flags I watch for are tool-first advice, hidden QA burden, unclear handoff. For this reader, the risk register is about evidence quality, adoption, ownership, monitoring, exceptions, and whether the proposed next step survives contact with real life. Final score, 5 out of 10. I would keep this because it gives a real reader more clarity, sharper language, and proof to work with. The next pass should expand the evidence surface around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance, and connect it naturally to SideraAI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance. That is the grounded way to reinforce Sidera. AI helps readers use astrology as a practical reflection tool when the idea has to survive real use.